What is up, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of a brand new series. So today I'm kicking off 5 cool mods for Skyrim Special Edition. The proper game doesn't release until Friday, but I figure what's the point in making all these anticipation videos? The game and the mods are about to be out. Some people already have access to the game, so today I'm starting my proper coverage of it. If you've never seen 5 cool mods, basically I just check out 5 mods that are available on Skyrim Special Edition and I show them to you. There's no real criteria to be on this series. I just think these are interesting mods that you'll probably find pretty cool. All these mods are available on Xbox One as well as PC, so all these should be available on day 1 of you getting the brand new game. With all that being said, if you do enjoy the series, I encourage you guys to consider subscribing. I'm going to have a lot more of Skyrim Special Edition content for both Xbox One and PS4 users as well as you PC guys. With all that being said though, let's get right into it. So first and foremost, we do have Campfire. This is one of the most popular mods for Skyrim on PC, and it has made its way over to Skyrim for Xbox One. Basically, it adds in a ton of new functionality, including basically just creating your own little home base outside of kind of a normal town or city and based around a campfire. In the B-roll here, I'm basically just setting up the initial campfire and going through the tutorial. Obviously, you can chop down trees and create campfires. The trees remain there, but basically you go through a little animation and get some wood placed in your inventory. Then you're going to want to go over and create your own campfire. From there, there's a ton of new options. You could develop new skills. You can actually build a little bit of kind of a settlement, basically buying different supplies. So you could build a tent and basically a place for you to sleep and some storage. But on top of that, there's a lot of different options like adding on a cooking pot or maybe an anvil to craft some different things while you're out adventuring, not having to be locked down to the different towns. This is definitely a mod that you're probably going to want to use while you're not fast traveling. So maybe in like a survival or ultra hardcore playthrough. Nonetheless, a very cool mod and something I think you should definitely include in your game just because of how cool and feature rich it is. So next up, we have a relatively simple mod, but an extremely cool one nonetheless. Open Cities of Skyrim basically allows it so in some of the major cities of Skyrim, typically when you were entering and exiting, you went through those massive doors in the front and then a little cutscene or rather loading screen, and then you got out on the other side. Well, what this mod is going to do is basically make those big doors function as just normal doors. There's no more loading screens in between cities. Basically now you could just open those doors, walk straight through, and you'll be out on the other side. It's very simple, but extremely cool. Especially because some of the major cities are the homes of a lot of quests, so as you travel in and out of these, it's just way more immersive, which might sound a little bit tacky, but avoiding that loading screen and just actually getting to just walk into a massive city is very cool and a very unique experience. So up next, we actually have a massive mod. This mod really deserves its own video, but I frankly just don't have the time to play through and give it a justified review. Basically, the Forgotten City adds in, well, a massive dwarven city into Skyrim. This is by all means a DLC sized quest mod, adding in multiple quests, multiple storylines, fully voiced actors. It's won a ton of different awards, and not just like kind of tacky awards or anything like that. It's won awards from stuff like PC Gamer and ModDB. This thing is of the highest quality. It's actually going to be a little bit interesting because I think a lot of these quest mods people are going to want to jump into right away, but since you're playing Skyrim Remastered on consoles, you're going to have to start a new game and work your way to them. Nonetheless, it's great to see this on day 1 and have something that you can instantly start working your way towards and have some great experiences with some of these big mods. So up next, we do have the Unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. I'm sure you've heard of these unofficial patches before. They're for Fallout 4 and of course Skyrim on PC. It's really hard to describe what this does. It's basically a massive bug fix patch and really just a all-around quality of life improvement for Skyrim. If you ever encountered any bugs or weird issues or anything like that, this patch aims to fix them. There are hundreds, probably even thousands of changes by this, so I'm not going to sit here and list all of them or really any of them. It's just one of those mods that you should just download on your new playthrough because it's going to make your life simpler, and if you encounter any bugs, well, you probably just won't if you're actually using this mod. All around a very big mod and definitely worth a download for that hard drive space. So last but not least, we have Frostfall. This is a very popular mod for Skyrim on PC. Basically, it adds in some new systems such as hypothermia and just making the survival aspect of Skyrim much more difficult and a challenge. This is by the same mod author as Campfire. It actually requires Campfire as a dependency, and it's really good to just use these in culmination. It adds in 2 new attributes into the game, exposure and wetness. So basically now at nighttime, or really in the northern regions of Skyrim, if you're wandering around and it's cold out, you're your character is going to feel that, and it's going to diminish some of your different skills. If you go jump into an ice lake, your character will start freezing, and it's going to definitely impact you. You have to go dry off either by a campfire or going to some of the various towns, and it really makes the element a factor in your Skyrim playthrough. It's a very cool mod, again, definitely meant to be used with Campfire as a companion, because actually building a campfire out in the wild will give you a place to sleep. It's a good way to really enhance and spice up your Skyrim playthrough. I'm sure a lot of people have played the game before and are now coming back to it with the special edition release. This is going to be one of the ways that you could kind of spice it up and change things about a little bit, obviously making the game more difficult, but as a result making the game a bit more interesting. That's going to pretty much wrap it up for this video though, guys. I do hope you enjoyed the first episode of Skyrim Special Edition 5 Cool Mods. I do plan on releasing these a lot over the next few days. I think with the game's release, we're going to get a massive influx of mods, so I'm going to probably have a little bit of trouble covering them all, but over the next few weeks, I'm sure it'll even out and I'll be able to kind of cover more in a more appropriate sense. With all that being said, I do plan on doing a live stream this Friday, so look forward to that if you want to see some gameplay of Skyrim. Again, I thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.